The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 35. You get the NASDAQ up 1. S&P's a flat. Gold contract down $9.20, trading at $11.88. We have silver down 12 cents, trading at, let's see where she is, $16.86. You get the platinum market down $3, $9.77. Notes, the 10-year note down one tick, 123.24. 30-year bond is flat, 149.14. I think there's notes and bonds look like they're going to have a, I think we're going to get a lot of information out of them today. We'll find out if it's a big day or not, as we will with King Dollar. King Dollar's up 411 ticks. You trade at 100.435. There's three different downdrafts that King Dollar looks like it's already gone into the first one. The first one is 100.235. The next one is 100.700. And both of those got like 62,000 contracts, and that's going to be hard to break. So we'll see where that shakes out. Euro's traded at $1.06. The yen is at 114.29. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. So we get over the 20,000. You get
already over 20,100.
That was there's no doubt.
100 points down, 900 to go.
100 points down. I love it, man. Oh my God. Oh, you mean for another
21,000?
Yeah, 21,000. I know. Yeah. 21,000. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, every trading day right here at TFNN, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, swim lessons. It's a great program, folks. You want to understand options upside down. You want defined risk. We're in earnings right now. You really want to understand how these options can move. It's a beautiful.
Today's a big day in earnings too.
Oh baby, you got Google, and Google, folks, they come out like a millisecond, like after 4 o'clock. They're the ultimate as to jamming it. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy.
How you doing, man?
I'm calling you guys from. I'm calling from my mobile. I'm calling from my car. I'm stuck in traffic. How you guys doing?
Well, we appreciate you calling like that, man.
Totally.
Thank you so much, man.
We'll make use of that travel time, man.
Yeah, totally.
I'll tell you what. Kind of what we talked about yesterday, Tom. They blew through 20,000 without a big bit of fanfare, almost.
Yes.
Other than the news media, they blew through it pretty easily.
They did. There's no doubt. And what happens, folks, what does happen is the further away you get away from that number, the further that number means nothing.
Yeah, and we'll be at 20,000,
right.
400 in no time. We will.
Especially, Tom, where we're at with the Dow, right?
Yes.
The Dow has become less important in our world as like the SPX or the S&P or the E-minis. Those are the bigger tell of the overall market. So that's what really, personally, I've kind of evolved to watching more than the Dow, just like everybody.
No, I agree. There's no doubt. It can be, and it can absolutely. It's not that it's tricky, folks. It's that if you just keep your eye on the Dow, that's not the deal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or you better be just paying attention to those 30 stocks. Yeah, that's all it is.
Right. And
right.
Because,
30 versus 500, right?
Yes.
Where's your clear picture of the market?
And what happens in that weighting structure? You can actually break those 30 down more. Yeah. It's like, okay, man, 5 stocks, 6 stocks going to run the world? I don't think so.
No.
No, right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, are you going to look at Goldman Sachs, or are you going to look at the entire banking system, right?
Yes.
You're going to look at Apple, or you're going to look like the entire tech sector. So, yeah, I mean, the world is evolving into an S&P 500 kind of world.
No doubt. Now, after the close today, I always love when Google comes out, Kevin, because, years ago when the OEX was active, I used to love trading the OEX. And the OEX, folks, was an insane deal to trade. But highly volatile. You had to have a high risk profile to do it. what used to always be great then, this is in the early 90s, it was the aspect that you had Microsoft, you had Dell, you had Sun Micro, and Intel. They could run the NDX, and they could run those options up or down.
Sure.
And like inside the NDX today, Google can do the same thing. You know, and I love that the Google comes out, Kevin, before the futures close, the first session closes.
Right, and you know what I like? You know what's interesting for me about Google is Google's a big price stock.
Yes.
And we get on the Thinkorswim platform a market maker move, right?
Right.
An expected one-day move based on volatility. Well, Google has a history of kind of blowing away that number.
Okay.
The market maker move sometimes. I mean, it wasn't but 9 or 12 months ago. They had an expected move of $30, and it moved 90.
Yeah, I remember that day
So,
well.
I mean,
yep.
right. So Google's got a little history of surprising people with their numbers.
Right, which is.
So that's why I always, for a trader, that's why I always pay attention to Google.
Yeah. And, you know, we have the NDX at highs right now. It's like, okay, man, if Google comes in, and of course, what's happening also, folks, is Microsoft is coming out after their close today, too. So between those two, you know, you're talking about some real juice.
That's waiting in there for sure.
Yeah.
Today's a big day for earnings after the bell today. It's busy. It's also Starbucks. Yeah, it's a bunch of names.
Ooh, I like it. Right here, folks, TFNN. 12 o'clock, and just as Kevin, you're in your car on the West Coast right now, remember, just right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, put that Bluetooth on. You're going to have a great education. Kevin, thanks so much for calling. Have a great one. Have a safe one. We look forward to the show today.
Thanks for having me, guys. Sorry for being tardy.
No, it's awesome, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow at 53, Nasdaq's up 7, S&P's are up 2.
Has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Folks, Dow Industrials right now are up 50. You get the NASDAQ up 6. S&Ps are up 1. And it's Thursday.
What's Thursday?
Natural gas, man.
Natural gas inventories.
We have to make a TFNN calendar, just put all these things on it.
We should. We should. We totally should.
So what we're looking at here, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can bring up the banners on the right-hand side, hit the banner, bring it up, then put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can, what we're looking for in these news announcements are volatility trades.
Well, we get some action before we're even talking about the news, right? You said it's up like 3%.
3.2% right now.
Yeah.
From this morning.
We're looking at the March contract.
Yeah.
I'm going to close this just for a second. So going into natural gas, we took a look at the 11 a.m.s. Now it's trading right now at 346.
Yes.
And there's ones that line up with 345, basically being
it's not bad.
The floor
That's
and the
good.
ceiling. No,
Yeah.
it is. So on the long side, this is even coming back even a little bit closer from when we looked at it during the break.
Okay.
So the long side and the short side. And so you're looking at, because it's a little bit above the floor, that's where you're going to have some value. You're going to have about 12 cents of like actual intrinsic value.
Yes.
Just as this is moving. So how many contracts do you want to do? 1, 2?
Do a couple of each one. So we're doing this one, folks. We'll show you. We'll do it first, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. It's nice, number one, that it's moved, and it's moved into the top of one of these, so very close to the top.
Yeah, you were hoping it would line up when you saw that huge move up, right?
Right.
That you could get an opportunity at that point to have two spreads that lined up right where it was at the higher level.
Right.
So that, you know what, if you get great news and it continues higher, you can profit. But if it gets one of those huge pullbacks, maybe bad news, right? I mean, that's where they just line up well.
Well, and when I look at when I look at the contract itself, my take would be that we are going to be pulling back, and the reason being is that what this has done is that if we look at this intraday, you know, actually no, I look at it daily. So what we've done, we've come in right up into. Let me put the volume on here for a second. Okay, so you're coming right into the downdraft from the third, where we went from 350 to 326, as well as the first test at 348, and then this morning we've hit 348 again.
Sure.
You know, so that's a nice place to basically make a decision.
Sure.
You know. And as a couple of targets saying, yeah, there's it's kind of warm, you know, across the country. So in the gas business, it definitely makes a difference, because if it's warm, people need less gas, and it's going to have to do with the drawdown or the extra supply,
how much inventory they got.
Right.
Totally. So just going over it again, right, before we jump away. So we're at like 346. Here are the two positions. We're -2 for the one that's going from basically where we're at, 345, down to 325.
Yes.
And then we're long 2 going from 345 up to 365.
And I need how many pennies? We did this. It's 3.5 pennies, right?
It was about $35 between the two of them.
Right.
One was costing you about $10.
Yep.
The other was costing you
24.
about $15.
Yeah.
Sorry,
24.
correct.
Yeah.
So about $34 per contract, which is then like 3.5
pennies. Okay.
From 345.
Awesome. Okay, so you can see how we do that, folks. Okay, so you need. What we don't want is to lay out at the 345.
Right, that's your max loss.
That's the max loss.
Right, that's where you lose everything.
And yesterday we didn't do the oil, and the oil fluctuated all over the place. I don't know what happened at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, stopped following.
But it ended up down yesterday. You know, the oil market.
After that, because it was down initially.
It was
right?
down
and
initially.
Then there was a huge spike.
It was up
10:40. 10 minutes after the news
exactly.
came out, there was a huge spike. And then it just trickled down.
And it gave it up with spades.
So we'll see what happens. 10:30 on the dot. We get, seconds and minutes matter. So exactly, we're coming up on 10:23.
Right.
7 minutes away. We'll see what happens.
Totally. So if we go back to the market for a second, we'll see what the strength versus the weakness is. First, let's go into the higher volume stocks. Because Lots of numbers came out this morning. We'll see where they're shaking out. Ford is down 26 cents. You get Qualcomm off 294. That's getting hit again. Mattel's down 430. They missed their numbers. Southwest Airlines is up $3.12. Evidently, they must have hit their numbers. We go into the Dow stocks, some of the Dow stocks out here. You have, let's see, Coke is down 18 cents. You have GM off 35. IBM is down 20. Nothing heavy. Let's go into the NDX equities. NDX, which moving the NDX higher, is eBay. That's up 7%, or $2.16. Charter Communications are up 6.5%. That's the new Spectrum, where we live, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so Spectrum, Charter...
They're like a cable...
Yeah, Charter took over Bright House, now they call themselves Spectrum, around here anyway.
Spectrum.
Yeah. Liberty Ventures is up 4.6%, and T-Mobile's up 4.2%. Taken away from it now on the way down, Mattel's down 13%.
I'm guessing they didn't make numbers, right?
No, and you know what that... It looks to me... So picture the malls are getting hit, and, you know, you're buying toys... You know, big toy maker, that's more buildings, you know.
It would make sense. It would make sense.
Yeah, less distribution, right?
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Citrix is down 6.9%. You have Hasbro, another toy maker. Okay, down 6%.
Can you jump into the news maybe on Mattel?
Yes. Let's go.
Yeah, with Hasbro as well, right?
Yeah. So... Mattel crashes. That's quite a.
So they were hoping for a turnaround too. Snag as Christmas quarter disappoints too.
Yeah.
So they fell the most in 8 years after posting weak holiday results, casting doubt on turnaround just 2 weeks before a new CEO is even coming into the company. They had profit of 52 cents a share, but well below 71-cent analyst estimate. Even the lowest Wall Street projection was 61 cents, so it's quite a miss. The results dealt a blow to the company and been turning around operations. Mattel reported positive quarters in the past year as Barbie, its largest brand, regained some of its prior popularity. But Barbie's star power faded during the holidays. That's got to be tough to compete all year long, every year after year within the toy business, right?
Well, especially when you get handhelds and
that's what
kids,
just as technology is changing, right? Barbies, you know.
Right.
Think about how much more attractive toy that was when you had no technology. Dolls
totally.
were like one of your go-tos.
And you're talking to the toy instead of the toy talking to you, right?
So total revenue sank 8.3%.
Oh, that's big.
And they estimate. I mean, that's a huge. You just for revenue,
right?
Let alone what that does to profits. It's 1.96 versus 1.83. That's a big one.
Right.
Margin woes too on top of it. So looks like they're struggling on multiple levels.
Big numbers.
Yeah.
So we'll stick with the NDX 100 here. Let's see. That's Hasbro and Dish. Our Dish is down 6%. That's a big.
Maybe that has to do with Charter being up or something like that.
Wow. Look at that.
They must have missed too. Oh, look, it is a Charter deal. Yeah.
Wow. Dish falls amid reports of Verizon exploring Charter combination. Man, Verizon is so aggressive.
They're everywhere, man. I know.
They are everywhere.
And that's what Dish is saying. Oh no, they're gonna be forming up with another Charter, and that's competition, right?
Seriously.
And everything.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I will be right back. Dow right now is up 29. Nasdaq is down 1. S&P's are flat. We're gonna be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Natural gas.
We'll pull up the news in a second, right?
Yeah.
But this is the 5-minute bar, opening right at 10:30 Eastern.
Right.
345 was our pivot, so this is moving kind of nice away from that. We're probably, we're 4 pennies away. That's $40. That's a profitable position. Let's just see if we can jump to the news real quick.
Sell them.
You want to sell these?
Yeah, because I'm
ones?
bearish on these. So I'm going to take this one
so here are
right
the
now.
long ones.
Right.
Is that right? Yeah. Whoops. Sorry.
That's all right. So what we're doing here, folks, I'm taking one side of it off. Because natural gas can go all over the place, number one.
So we'll pull that back, and that's what we were talking about.
We can explain what we did
We'll do it,
now.
and we'll go right to the news. Why not? But this is perfect. So let's see where you got out, right? But we'll call it even like 85, maybe 90, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So you're getting like $35, $40 back per contract. So that's basically you cover your costs completely now, right? And what's nice is that we know how this moves. You have 3 positions, and we took another position basically just over the break because it even tightened up a little bit closer where we got in at $33 for both of the contracts. Right. And look what's happening already, right? It's already down a penny from where we just got out. And you were slightly bearish, maybe, just with the huge run that we had.
Yeah, totally.
Where you're probably not looking for a huge profit to the upside. No. But guess what? You said maybe if the news and you get a pop,
right?
Maybe you what do you So, whoops. Let's just see if we can see where the news. Can you go into natural gas news? We'll see what the actual estimates come in as we let it go. So now you have potential where you have till 11 o'clock. And anything to the downside.
Okay, so here it is here. EIA says the U.S. natural gas stockpiles fell 119 BCF.
Yep, billion cubic feet. And the median estimate was 117. So pretty close. 2 billion cubic feet less, I guess. But when you talk about 120 billion, that's less than 2% difference off the estimate. Not a huge difference.
And when if we bring that chart back up, what you're going to see at the beginning, and this is going to get interesting, is that we had talked about
look what we got going on.
No, I know. Yeah. We had talked about those 2 levels. Okay, that was the wicked downdraft. You already had one test. I was looking at we were getting the other test this morning, and that's why I was bearish number 1, and that's why number 2 taking that bread off quickly is where it's at.
That was definitely the right move as of this moment,
As
for
of this
sure.
moment.
You know, and it was the right move regardless in the long run because, yeah, you know, you think that's probably, you've just covered all your costs. You were really hoping for maybe a downward reaction.
Right.
So when you have the opportunity to cover all your costs, and guess what? You still have all this potential. Now we're only 1 penny away, as opposed to we were 3.5 pennies away. And what are we? We're 3 minutes into a 30-minute kind of roll.
That's pretty cool.
Done. Right, exactly.
Pretty cool.
Good. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
That would be nice. We haven't had one that we've covered where
That was the first time I've ever done that one.
take it off maybe
Right.
and then look
Right.
for potential on the other side where,
Right.
you know, you can't quite do that when there's 3 minutes left and it's way in your favor. You know, that's
Right.
where you only get at one value. But that is where 2 minute, you know, minutes in news, really. That was within 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You take it off and then you look for a reversal. It's especially nice when it comes in to estimate because that means the news really isn't going to jar it either way. Why did that just pop? Maybe there's something.
It's what the longer term is.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
877-927-6648. Right now you got. It's interesting. So the inside the let's go inside. I want to go inside the Nasdaq. There's something hitting this Nasdaq out here. IBB. Let's see what the IBB is doing. That's not bad. Let's go over to Google. So Google's just flat. I mean, I went to a higher high. Microsoft is coming out with numbers after the close too. That's at highs too. It's kind of interesting watching this whole baby inside the NQs. So the NQs are just having a little harder time getting up and going. Now the small caps, you had the small caps fail on price and volume yesterday. They failed at the downdraft of December 14th, 15th, 14th. So that's 137.35, folks. That's the number to keep your eye on. Now, in order to get to sustain, you know, that baby to come down, you're going to need an expansion of volume out here today. And, you know, we did 29 million shares yesterday versus 45 million. It couldn't hold price. Now, right off the bat, this morning, too, the small caps are the only ones that were in the red. And just slightly too, by the way. Nothing heavy. Do you know what I mean? But
Couldn't help but take a peek. See
no,
where we're
go
at.
back to the actual guy. Listen,
Now we're at
it's-
347. You know, you need anything below 345 is just value.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
That's I like that. I love the idea. I already got my money back.
Exactly.
You know, so
Whoops,
now
went
it's
either way.
one of these situations that okay, man. You know,
I mean, just take oil yesterday. Oil didn't make that huge move till 340. We're not even there yet.
I know.
I'm sorry, 1040.
1040. Right. No doubt. If we go over, let's go to the dollar index for a second. So, dollar index. I'll show you these two different levels that I'm looking at. So, we've done 20,000 contracts. We are at 105.95. So, your first block is 102.35. That was from the 17th. That's the low to 17th, 61,000 contracts. Your next resistance would be 100. No, not that. It's right there. 1 second. Where is it? It's 107.25, I believe. That's 235. There it is. 100.700.
Yeah.
And that is 54,000 contracts, and then the bigger one is the 101.295. So we'll see if this dollar, you know, can basically continue going higher. It just had a nice push up the last 10 minutes. It's pushing.
Quite a run from overnight, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. There's no
And
doubt.
you're talking about 80 cents.
Yeah. Last night it went to 99.765, and the test I was actually looking for was the 99.250.
Okay.
Never made it down to that level.
Close.
Gold. Let's go back over to gold and take a look at the gold contract. So gold is down 12.90. I'm going to put this in a 2-day basis here. So your first leg, what time was that? That was 8:10. So the pit wasn't open, but electronically we were trading pretty good. That's 4,000 contracts, and right now you're blowing that away with 4,700, and it's got plenty of time. So this could be a nice hit.
It's quite a low run.
Yeah. So what you do have is that we're 1184. I think it's 1177, that bar. Yeah, 1177 is the bar, the benchmark.
January 11th.
January 11th, and that's where there's 338,000. So we'll see where that shakes out. Now, when we talk gold, when we talk the nugget, when we talk the dust.
Today's a big day, man.
Today's the day, folks.
You're all revved up. You're ready to go.
I am revved up, man.
You are. You better be. You're going to have a big audience tonight,
I know, man. It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So you can come over to our website, folks. I'm going to be doing a free workshop tonight, 6 to 7. It's going to be a lesson in trading the nugget and the dust. And if you trade any leveraged ETFs, folks, you're really going to get
I got a sneak peek of your presentation this morning. It looks good, man.
And you can get an understanding of
definitely.
what
they apply to all leveraged ETFs as you're explaining how they fundamentally work. Right.
Yeah,
definitely.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We'll talk about what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And as you do come over to a website at TFNN, folks, you're going to see the sign up is right on the front page. You just hit a lesson in trading the nugget and dust. And what we're going to be talking about is that we're going to be talking about the composition and the mechanics of the market, of the leverage ETF market. So how do you get 200% and 300% of that position? Then the daily rebalancing. And on the daily rebalancing, folks, where I think things will really clear up for you, is that it's the daily rebalancing of what? Of what is that asset, okay?
Sure.
That's where it gets a lot clearer.
Sure.
That, like, oh, I see how this works now. And then you get into the compounding. And the compounding goes both ways. You get a positive compound, you go up 4 or 5 days in a row, and then you get a negative compound.
Yeah.
You know, and then we talk about a market that is flat but volatile. That flat but volatile market.
Get some great examples in there, man.
You know, it could be a bull or a bear, and you're both going to get clipped.
Yes, right.
You know,
right.
Then we're going to get into the aspect of, you know, the speculation of how to trade the dust and nugget, meaning where's the dollar trading, where do you think it's going to go, and then what is the weighting structure of the dust and nugget. As I said many times, I love the idea that inside the dust and nugget, you get 10 equities that make up almost the bulk of it, which
right.
is, and ABX and Newmont.
Yeah, you love those two. As in looking at them.
As
to
looking
get
at them, that in itself. Well, let's see where it's at today. Remember, we looked at this yesterday, and what had happened is that Barrick Gold got way ahead of Newmont because Barrick had gone up the last couple days.
Okay.
Barrick was trading, I think it was 10.7% yesterday. It's 10.9% today, and Newmont's 9.6.
Okay.
So you can see that's 20% right there.
Right. Yeah, and I was just going to say even go further down the line.
Yeah,
line, right?
which is nice.
You're 27, 33, 39, right? You know, so you're at over 50% of it, right down to somewhere silver, wheat, and Randgold of,
Isn't that cool?
Of the entire ETF.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in one of them in here, folks, you're going to see Newcrest. You know, a lot of these are not going to be familiar with Newcrest. Newcrest is one of the largest gold mines in Australia, and in the world too. Okay. That's a wild card, meaning I pull it up, but I suspect a lot of people in the United States are trading the GDX and they don't realize the bottom line is that how big it is, number one, you know, because we don't hear about it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's an Australian stock.
Yeah, you can see it popped up AU.
Right,
I mean, yeah.
right. And so watch, if we pull that up, you know, you're going to see, so...
It's geographically focused in Australia, Pacific region, and Asia.
Right.
6 provinces in 4 countries. Katie Easton and just keeps talking about it.
Yeah, and then if you get into, you'll see, this is a monster company. And then what happens to do there, and this is where this gets always interesting, you know, is like, okay, what's the Australian dollar doing?
Sure, right.
You know, so listen, you really want to get your head wrapped around them, and it's going to be archived, so you can go over it a few times, and you'll want to go over it a few times.
And anybody that's out there listening that's already signed up, you should have gotten an email. You should try and get in that room.
Yes.
You know, why not talk about that for 2 seconds?
Oh, let's
because
talk
a lot of
about
people
that.
Listening, just you can go. It's on your members page if you've signed up. You can download the Hotcom software. You should have received an email. Give that a test. The room is already up. It's active. You can go log into it. Make sure you can get into it because we expect a huge response. And we don't have 400 people here to do customer service when, you know, 6 o'clock in the minutes right prior and right afterwards.
Right.
But we do have the ability today to try and help you to get things solved.
Exactly.
So if you have problems, give it a try. Any point, the room's active. The button's right on your members page already. It's there. So give it a shot. Get ready. You'll be prepped for tonight. No stress getting in there right at 6 o'clock. You'll be good for the hour. But it will be archived. If you have any problems, that'll be available as well.
And please do it, folks, because we have a huge amount of people coming. And
we'll be trying to help everybody
all day
at that
long.
time.
We can help you, but at 6 o'clock, it's
we'll be able to help what we can help. But we only have so many phone lines.
Right.
So hopefully people give it a shot.
And you know, it should work.
It should,
but if you haven't been in those rooms before, you know,
give it a
you
shot.
might have a question.
Give it a try.
Exactly.
Why not? Exactly.
So let's see. Hey, let's go back to that natural gas.
Back to the trade.
Any action here? Nope. Look at it, just laying there.
Yeah, you get 13 minutes. It is just kind of laying there.
Thank God I closed it too. I mean, because it's at a maximum loss right now.
Well,
right?
you're
345.
No, you're 26. You have $26 of value, 2.6 pennies.
Okay.
But you got out. I mean, to put things in perspective for risk reward, you always want to think like long term, right? You got out at somewhere between $35 and $40. Right. It was at either $48.50 to $49 when you got out, and you got out with 27 minutes left on the other side. You know, versus right now, it's becoming less and less likely. So you would have made less money, and you would have had a much lower percentage of profits that you'd ever take on the negative side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Let's go take a look at the market's having a little tough time. The small caps are leading on the way down. Nothing heavy yet, but as the day wears on here, a little this could get interesting. The reason being is that when you hit a nice new high like we did, the expectation is that, hey, we're going to go higher. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's your problem? The small caps, the IWM, it's down 40 cents, which is not a big deal. But if it gets into 136.27, that's where it had gapped up yesterday. Then it's like, okay, now you're going to get some juice. The E-minis, let's go take a look at the E-minis because these all hit new highs out here today. Now, see, this is the E-minis to me is going to get really interesting because this is a situation that I would be saying it's building cause. It couldn't make it up, and you can see it has some volume. Someone, a bull's buying it down here at 22.93, and bears are selling it up here at 22.95.
Sure.
So that's a tight market, folks. That is a very tight market, and it's like, okay, it's going to bust. The question is which way it's going to bust.
Yeah.
We go to the NQs, which are the NASDAQ futures. It's set up the exact same way, too. Look at that. Actually, the S&Ps look weaker than the NQs. And the reason I'm saying that, you see that as we come down, the volume on the way, when it's going to lower, folks, the volume's contracting dramatically.
Sure.
And that probably has to do with Microsoft and Google coming out with numbers, because there's going to be a lot of trades done inside the option market today because they're coming out with numbers. And when an option market maker is taking trades, they want to be delta neutral. So delta neutrals means that they're just making a spread.
Sure.
So if someone's coming in buying calls, guess what? They're going to cover themselves.
Definitely.
And that's what you have happening,
Yeah.
So,
can you just jump to Google and Microsoft
Yes.
and just pull up just to see? So Google always says on their description.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we know though that they're right immediately after market.
Oh, yeah.
And they got it today.
It's a split second.
And then can you go to Microsoft?
Yep.
Do they say 4 o'clock? What are they?
They say after market.
409.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
See,
that's what I wanted to say.
now, the reason that's good, folks, is that if you trade even the Nadex product, the Nadex product is alive, as is the futures market till 4:15.
Sure.
Between Google and Microsoft, that will move the NDX 100. Now,
We'll go over a trade already. It's trading at 51.50.
Yeah.
And we have a floor and a ceiling right at 51.50.
look at that. Oh,
So you could even do it right now, But it's
Yeah.
going to be an expensive trade right now. I can already see it.
that's right. But at 2 minutes of 4, when I'm on the air this afternoon.
Hopefully it lines up right then. That'll be cheaper.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now up 26. Nasdaq's down 2.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 25, NASDAQ down 2, S&P's off 1.5. So LVS, you want to see something that's pretty wild here. This is Las Vegas Sands, right? I believe they came out with their numbers last night, so it's down $3.70. It's either them or Win. I got to see. I read this last night. This is pretty amazing. It's Las Vegas Sands. So when they came out with their numbers last night, they didn't say. What they're saying is that there's a woman that is beating the crap out of them, and this was in the.
I already just taken a peek.
Did you read it?
Well, yeah, already just in this first. Your eyes are jumping around. Successful gamblers at the new Parisian resort in Macau led the company to miss analysts for the fourth. In all, the lucky bettors in the Chinese enclave resulted in $60 million in lost revenue.
Yeah. So last night when they first
reduced their earnings by as much as $20 million.
Right.
After
when they come out, there it is. There it is, right there. She wins
every day, and she's doing very well. And she affected the numbers.
Now, this was what happens, which is so unusual. When I was reading this last night,
I would love to see those pit bosses' faces as she's just walking out with tens of millions of dollars, and they know that that's where, like.
And this was filed as with their numbers as material.
Right? Yeah.
And it had in the filing that she was still there.
Well, they love that, right? We've all seen Casino, the movie, where it's what's the line? You get them there long enough, they all lose.
That's right. That's right. They're there long enough. No, I know.
They're gonna have to swat it first.
Isn't that intense, though?
They're gonna have to sweat it first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, when that came across, I says that is unbelievable, and what's baccarat is the big game with the big money, right?
Yeah,
that's the one that
they say the earnings before interest. Grew 5%, but you're talking about only $600 million.
Right.
And so when you're talking about that one customer can take 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars out of that, you're talking about 5% of your total take. I know. Think about that. Of all that encompasses a casino in Macau, of everything they do, and you just get one person that comes in and runs hot, and 5 to 10% of your profits are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's intense, man.
Yeah.
That really is intense. Yeah. And of course,
it's the law of outliers, man. You play enough games, somebody's going to hit the lottery. Somebody's going to, if they're willing to gamble millions like that woman is,
there's no doubt.
Watch out.
There's no doubt.
Wild.
So before we get past the baton to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman.
Okay, so we can see in the back natural gas. That's probably going to expire. We're at this on the negative side, but that's good. We pulled it up. I think you pulled $1 or $2 of profit. And so here's a quick look again. So here we're looking at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ 100. So you can already see, here's a chart. We're trading just under 5150.
Yeah.
And so right now, we're looking at, would be selling the one where 5150 is the ceiling, and would be buying the one where 5150 is the floor.
Yeah.
But what's happening is, this is expensive. You're paying $170, which is 17 NASDAQ points.
Okay.
And your max take on any one side, assuming you're not able to do what we were just trying to do, as getting value from one and then spinning around, is only 40.
Yeah, right.
So you're risking 170 to probably make 230 max, assuming that only one side ever gains value, which that's not. You'll be able to get sometimes. But that's why there's a lot of time left. It's only not even 11 o'clock. These go till 4:15.
Right.
There's going to be less premium if this happens to line up, right? At a similar 51.50. If the Nasdaq's still at 51.50,
right,
it's 3.55. That might be a great trade.
And that's right. And if you do this, folks, you have to make sure that you line up the 4:15. Do not line up the 4 o'clock one.
Yeah, and we pulled up, these 41s.
Yeah.
There's also, if you go in here, there's the 415s here, which are just 30 points. Those will be a little bit different. So if it's jumping around, you might be able to get a different pivot point to be your top and your bottom.
Exactly.
But there we go.
And you stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. And, of course, then swim lessons, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and, of course, our man, Mr. Andy Hay.
And then you tonight, right after that.
Yeah, sign up for that workshop, folks. You're going to love it. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking to you in a few hours.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.